The school beauty confessed to me on her 18th birthday party. I turned her down. She said it was just a punishment for losing a game. Afraid I wouldn't believe her. She deleted my WeChat right in front of everyone. Like she was terrified I'd think she had a crush on me. But at 10 that night, I was buried in my physics homework. When my phone suddenly rang, I picked it up and saw a WeChat message. I hate you. I stared at the message for a second and ignored it. I put my phone down and kept studying. The room stayed dead quiet for half an hour. Another crisp notification broke the silence of the night. I hate you. Why did you reject me in front of everyone? Do you know how much courage I mustered up just to say those words? Ugh, hubby, you don't even like me back. Linjo, you're so cold-hearted. Couldn't you at least think about it? You rejected me without a single hesitation. What's wrong with me anyway? Why do you look down on me so much? Why won't you give me even a tiny chance? Hubby, I'm so mad at you. You don't have feelings for me at all. More messages kept popping up one after another. I was getting more and more confused. What wasn't Shiu even throwing a fit over? All these whiny texts were so over the top. This didn't seem like the usual stuck-up young lady. We all knew she looked more like a hurt puppy, begging for someone to comfort her. And Shiu confessed to me. On the last day of the National Day holiday, which was also her 18th birthday, nearly the whole class was invited to her birthday party. We never really talked much normally, but everyone was going, so I couldn't say no. And Shiu came from a wealthy family. She only had the best of everything, and her party was no exception. It was decorated fancy like a wedding banquet hall. After dinner, everyone sang and played games. We partied late into the night. Just as everyone was about to leave, and Shiu suddenly walked right up to me and said those 3 words, I like you. The whole room fell dead silent. All eyes locked right onto us. It felt awkward turning her down in front of everyone, but I still said sorry anyway. And Shiu froze for a second, then let out a quiet sigh of relief. She turned to her friends and said helplessly, Are you guys happy now? Then she turned back to me and explained, I lost the game just now. They dared me to confess to you. It's all just a silly game. I don't like you at all. She rambled on nonstop, not even waiting for my reply. Don't look at me like that, okay? It was my bad. I shouldn't have messed with you, sorry top student. You don't believe me, do you? Fine, I'll delete your WeChat then. She pulled out her phone, deleted my contact right in front of the crowd, and showed everyone her screen, making everyone confirm it was just a game. All right, let's get back to having fun. After that, she left with her group of friends. Everyone, including me, bought it as a silly misunderstanding. But what was with all these messages now? I tried sending her a question mark, but right after I hit send, a red exclamation mark popped up instantly. I puzzled over it for a few seconds. Then it finally clicked, and Shiu thought deleting me would block me from seeing her messages. That's why she sent all those random texts. I stared at my phone for a second and decided not to deal with it for now. The next day was Monday. When we headed back to school, the classroom atmosphere turned super serious. Class or break time alike, everyone buried themselves in their own work, trying to squeeze every minute into studying. When I finally looked up from my papers, it was already noon. All morning, and Shiu and I only spoke once during homework collection. Her tone was as cold and plain as always. She tossed her test paper casually into my hand, then turned right back to chat with her friends. It was just like our usual distant dynamic. I almost thought those late-night messages were just my phone glitching out. But during the 3rd class break in the afternoon, my phone buzzed again. I was going over math problems with Bai Ningbing from our class. You don't like me. Do you have a crush on that bookworm instead? I glanced quietly at the classroom window. The reflection showed Shiu glaring at me angrily. What's so great about that nerd anyway? He can't even make you laugh. Can't sweet talk you at all. All he ever does is study nonstop. Linjo, your taste is absolutely terrible. Right after the last message came through, a loud bang echoed across the classroom. It sounded like someone kicking a desk stool, and it came straight from Shiu's seat. For the whole next week, my phone kept getting random messages from her. When I played basketball with classmates in PE class, she texted right away. Are you playing just to impress other girls? Linjo, do you ever pay attention to me? No one else is prettier than me. I've got an amazing figure, wanna feel it? It's totally free for you. When I walked home after school with a top student, she texted all jealous, hubby, you two are just walking home, right? Not going somewhere else together. Let me tell you, studying is your top priority now. Don't go messing around with silly thoughts. So many kids let their grades drop from puppy love. You better learn from their mistakes. When I talked on the phone with friends, she acted all pitiful like an abandoned puppy. Hubby, who are you talking to? You've been on the phone for a minute and a half. What could you possibly talk about this long? 1:42 minutes, 2:15. 3 minutes now. You never talked this much to me. Anytime I wasn't studying, my phone would light up instantly. Her messages were sometimes begging, sometimes full of sorrow, and other times stubborn and prideful, yet in person. And Shiu never said a single word to me in class. Not one word at all. I noticed she even avoided me on purpose. One day during break, everyone chatted and somehow brought up her confession to me, barely after the topic came up, and Shiu instantly flew off the handle. She jumped right out of her seat. Are you guys crazy? I already said it was just a game dare. You all overthink way too much. Smart people stay away from love drama. You've all been reading too many romance short stories. I know those stories are sweet and fun, but don't get the wrong idea, okay? I ignored all her weird behavior, and the first week back passed quietly. Without any more drama, on Saturday night we had one less evening class, since we had a holiday the next day. Still, I stayed late studying till my usual time before packing up. By then, the teaching building was almost empty. I walked down the stairs slowly, mumbling English words to myself, when a figure suddenly stepped in my way, blocking my path. I looked up, it was Shiu. What are you doing? She looked really conflicted, holding her head high stubbornly, looking like she wanted to say something. If you're not gonna talk, I'm leaving. I turned to walk away, but she grabbed my arm. I need to ask you something. She spoke with obvious difficulty. What is it? She hesitated, looking awkward. She glanced around nervously a few times, then stared straight back at me. Why did you reject me? I was caught off guard. You mean that day? My birthday party? She looked frustrated. Why did you turn me down? The question came out of nowhere. I didn't know how to respond right away. Seeing my reaction, she added quickly, don't get the wrong idea. I'm just curious. But she never finished her sentence. She just rephrased awkwardly. I'm just a little curious, that's all. You can tell me if you want. Or don't, I don't care. It's not like I'm that curious anyway. Her young face flushed red, then pale in embarrassment. I stared at her for a moment, then said simply, because your grades are too bad. After hearing that, Anshu froze completely. Her eyes went wide with shock. She didn't text me again for days after that. In class as well. She avoided me entirely, even when I collected homework. Her desk mate would hand me her papers for her. I thought she finally got over what happened. Spoiled rich girls like her always lose interest in things in 3 minutes. But a week later in PE class, one of her friends went to ask her to play games, only to find her sitting alone under a shade tree, staring quietly at something in her hand. What are you hiding there? Licia walked over, teasing her with a playful grin. Another love letter from some guy, and Shu kept her head down, totally focused. She only snapped out of it when Licia got close. She panicked instantly, trying to act casual while shoving the item in her pocket. But that only made Licia more curious. She rushed over at once, trying to snatch whatever was in Shu's pocket, to see what she was hiding. What's so secretive about it? Licia begged playfully when Shu held it tight. Am I not your best friend anymore? You keeping secrets from me now? No matter how she begged, and Shu just kept a cold face. It's nothing. Yeah, right, I don't buy it. You're definitely hiding something. Licia was determined to find out. She blocked Shu's path completely, even getting another classmate to help her. Until finally, they pulled the hidden item right out of her pocket.